Welcome to my kitchen, Flor de Olivo. And so I'm still getting used to the whole new name, but Flor de Olivo Accents, Flor de Olivo Kitchen. That's just who I am. I'm here to share one of my soups that I've made before, but I maybe have not shared. And it's just something super simple and delicious that you can enjoy at home, right? Okay, so all you need is just like 2 little pieces of bacon, tocino. You toast up these chiles until they're nice and, burnt all around the edges as much as you can. And this is the one thing I love about having a gas stove. I know not everybody has gas stoves, but you can also use a pan. Just put a little bit of oil all over your chiles and it will do the job. Now, I'm currently sick, so this is why I'm making the soup, because I want something spicy. Although I finished eating the soup already, and I feel like it just needed just a little bit more spice. Here, I'm just cutting up the tocino and soaking up most of the lard that came off of it. And gonna get all my vegetables ready, so that way I could just throw it all in a little bit at a time. Just know that at the end, I'm going to be putting the recipe, so that way you can see all the things that I actually put in. I mean, I know you've seen it at the beginning, but sometimes some people need a visual of having, it written down, so they can take a snapshot at the end. So I'm just chopping up these vegetables as fine as I can get it, so that way my body gets all the goodness. Now, you can eyeball this however you want. That's the good thing about cooking in your own house. You can do whatever it is that you want. You can even add some extra things if you feel like you want to add some extra things. I was thinking about it that some people like to put, what do they call it? Chicharrones in it. And that's just another way of like adding it to your food. It's just another enhancement, just in case if that was something you wanted to try. But here, tomatoes just make it, the onions and garlic make it, the chile, the cilantro, all these little goodies are like the best. Now, when you pre-saute the garlic and the onion, it's good because that way, once it gets that little smoke flavor, it's just super delicious. You see, my eyeballs are crying from the onions. But it's just, just something for you to think about. I'm sorry that I'm over here with my boogers, but I just wanted to share that with you. That I'm sick. I also wanted to let you know that, just one second, I added about a total of like 3 cups of beans, and I also added like 2 cups of water. So this is just enough like consistency when you just want like a soup type, and it has all the good flavors of the frijoles. And definitely take your water breaks, because that's what life is all about, especially when you're sick. But look at this. This is just good. So I'm gonna taste it. I tasted it. The only thing I didn't add was the salt, but it still tasted good. This is really delicious. Why was I gonna be like, oh, there's no meat in here? There's meat in here. There's pork inside this soup. Kind of like charro, but no charro here. It's like adding tomatoes, cilantro, everything else. Estilo charro, right? Without the salchichon or salchicha or all of that, because it all depends how you make your frijoles charros, right? Some people like to add all kinds of things, and this right here, the frijoles are molidos, and these are leftovers from the other day. So don't waste your food if you can't, if you don't have to, you know what I mean? Try to make it and do whatever you got to do. But as I'm talking to you, I'm stirring over here because I don't want it to stick at the bottom. But it is the soupy goodness. But I don't know if you know, adding cilantro, adding those green onions, los cebollinis, those verdes, you know what I mean? They are delicious. Like adding that to your soup is like bomb.com. It like enhances it all. Adding tomatoes, tomates, rojos, los que sea, los que tengas, because you know, sometimes being Mexican, that's what you do. You just grab what you got, you throw it in the pot, and you hope it tastes good. But if you got a good cooking palate, then more than likely you know what your food's gonna taste like. And I do. Now you're just gonna let your food cook for maybe, and you're reheating the frijoles, okay? You're heating up the water. You've already toasted up the onions, garlic, and just letting the tomatoes cook a little bit longer. So maybe at most 10 minutes. And then all you gotta do is once those 10 minutes are over, then you just start adding the other greeneries. And if it's not spicy enough, you can always add more chile. I left some out to the side just in case I want to add some, and or if my husband wants to eat some later, because you know he's from Nicaragua. They don't eat chile like I do. I like to say that I am cultivated with the chiles, because since I was 13, when I wasn't scared anymore, I would eat chile like every day of my life. I would make my own salsas. I would make my own thingamabobbers, and I would just eat it and enjoy. And then my food became spicy, and so now my children gotta suffer. But that's okay. It's part of being in this family. Mom is from Chihuahua, and so she put chile in everything, okay? Just about everything. Not everything, but just about everything. Now we're just adding the last little bits here. Cilantro and green onion. We're almost done with this. And it's something that is so, so, so delicious. You're not going to regret trying it. I added a little bit more chile to mine, but you know what? These jalapenos were not that spicy. They just have a little, that's it. And I think I just might add some of my habanero powder. All right, well, enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Well, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed. Now I'm going to enjoy my food here in bed. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye.